Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to my FIFA 21 Liverpool career mode. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to say a huge big thank you for love and support on the channel. And as always, guys, at the start of today's episode, we're quickly going to look at the games that lie ahead. Up first, we're taking on the Red Devils again. We're taking on Ollie's Manchester United at home, this time round in the Premier League. We're then away from home to take on the newly promoted Leeds United in the Premier League. And then to finish today's episode, we're taking on Pep Guardiola's, the blue side of Manchester, Manchester City, back at home, back at Anfield, to hopefully bag those 3 important points. Now, at the end of the last episode, of course, we touched upon which 2 we'd play and which one we would simulate. It's probably obvious to you guys. We're going to play the game against Manchester United. We're going to simulate the game against Leeds United. And then play the game against Manchester City. Now, in the last episode, we mentioned that we would love to be playing United and City very soon, because currently there is a point between us and United, who are in second, and there is 3 points between us and City, who are in first. Surprise, surprise, at the end of the last episode, I came over to the calendar and boom, the EA gods had spoken. We get Manchester United and Manchester City in the same episode, which is exactly what we need. Now, I'm going to confirm at the start of today's episode, guys, that there is not, unfortunately, going to be a comment conference. I didn't do one in episode 12. I haven't done one in this episode, which is going to be episode 13. But they will return for episode 14. I also want to apologise if you can hear bangs, pops, fizzles, sizzles, screeching. It is bonfire night in the UK. And with me having a big space and a big open space at the back of my house, the fireworks echo so they sound even louder than they already are. So the bangs and the pops that you hear are just fireworks going off in the background. I am not getting shot at in my house, that is for sure. But unfortunately on bonfire night, everyone goes a little bit crazy. And with the open space at the back, it makes it sound a lot louder than it actually is. So I can only apologise to you guys if you can hear any of the fireworks. But as I said, we're not going to be doing a comment conference. We didn't in the last episode. We're not in this episode. But it will be back for episode 14, which is the next episode. But we've got a lot to look at in today's episode. Not only have we got 3 games to play, but in the last episode, we brought in a new CDM in Dennis Zakaria. We've moved on a couple of players. But today I wanted to sort of take this first couple of minutes to look over something instead of doing a comment conference. First of all, the reason the comment conference isn't happening, I've only got 2 questions left over the last couple of episodes. But if you have left a comment using the hashtag comment conference on episode 11, episode 12, or this one, episode 13, I will pick 3 or 4 of them and I will handpick them to answer in episode 14. So make sure you leave your comments down below using the hashtag comment conference. But the first thing I sort of wanted to go over with you guys was the board expectations. We've now managed to get up to a 72 overall manager. We're now a grey colour in the top left, which is fairly neutral. We're not red anymore, we're not in the danger zone, but we're not green. But we need to start working towards the green. And someone left a comment saying, Brad, the reason you're not a higher manager is because you're not focusing on the board objectives that have been set. So I thought at the start of today's episode, we're going to look at that. We're then going to go and look at the transfer shortlist, because I've added 3 players to the transfer shortlist, and there will be a straw poll down below in today's video, down below in the description, and I'll leave it in the comment section. And it's about signing a new centre-back. I have picked 3 centre-backs that Liverpool, in real life, are currently linked with. One of them we've just been linked with a couple of hours ago. So I only had 2 players on the shortlist. I've now got 3 because we've been linked with him. And we'll take a look at those players in just a moment's time. So let's just flick through these nice and quick. Youth development is low, but we've already completed the sign at least 2 players younger than 20 years old with a potential greater than the average overall rating of players currently in the same position. Meaning if we've signed a left winger, if the average was 83, as long as that left winger is under the age of 20 and has a higher growth potential than 83, we've done it. But regardless, we've done that. Sign 1 player in your youth academy assigned to the defender position. I don't believe, which we'll check in a moment's time, that I actually have a defender in our youth academy. So we may have to look at doing a little something there. Moving over to brand exposure, which is critical. We must achieve this. Get 7 clean sheets in away league matches. We're 6 out of 7. We've nearly ticked this one off. Unfortunately, we're not going to be playing a game away from home. In fact, are we away from home against Leeds? Manchester United at home, It could be Leeds away from home and then Manchester City back home. So we could potentially complete that one in today's episode when we take on Leeds. The other one is sign 3 players from South America, which, to be honest, is a bit of a crazy one. I don't think the board in real life or any football board would say to the manager in charge, I want you to go and sign 3 Brazilian players, 3 South American players, 3 German players, 2 French players. I don't think it quite works like that, but I'm hoping I can get away with avoiding signing 3 players from South America. And it's not going to affect me in the long run, because the last thing we want to do is get to the end of the season, after our first season in charge at Liverpool, and get the sack. That is something we don't want to happen. But I'm going to take that risk because I don't want to sign 3 South American players. Continental success is to win the UEFA Champions League. We're currently in the round of 16. We've got to win it. We won't know that till later on into the season, or more towards the end of the season. Domestic success, exactly the same. Premier League, win the title. Well, we're currently 3rd. We won't know that till, of course, the end of the season. And win the FA Cup, which we're currently in the knockout stages. We did knock Arsenal out in the last episode. And financial is very low, but it's within the same season, sign 3 crucial players and make a profit of £112.5 million. Well, I think we've signed 3 crucial players, in my opinion. We brought in Gazaniga between the sticks. We brought in Ozan Kabak at centre-back. We've brought in Dennis Zakaria at CDM. There's 3 crucial players. We're potentially going to bring in a defender as well. We also brought in Patson Daka, who's been a crucial player. I don't know how the board situate what is a crucial player and what's not, but we've made 4 signings there. I think we made even 5 signings, which at least 3 of them should be crucial, and make a profit of £112.5 million. Well, our profit at the moment is 209, so we're in a great position right now. We've still got 56.34 million to spend on a player. Obviously, yes, we've got 156, but the 100 was brought over, as I've explained to you guys many times, and the last time I'll explain this, we added 100 million as a transfer financial takeover in case Liverpool in real life signed any more players, because I started the Liverpool career mode before the transfer window shut in real life. So I put an extra 100 million in case Liverpool signed any real players in real life, so we could actually sign them without taking any money out of our actual transfer budget. Moving over now to the transfer hub, our shortlist, and here are the 3 players we currently have to potentially bring in at centre-back. Now, the straw poll will have these 3 players, and there'll also be a 4th option to vote for, which is don't sign a centre-back. The reason we may not need to sign a centre-back, and the only reason, in fact, Liverpool in real life is signing a centre-back, is because of a long-term injury to Virgil van Dijk. Matip struggling with fitness a lot. Gomez probably just not being at the level we need them. And other than that, we only really have young centre-backs. We've got Sepp van Berg, we've got Williams who's currently playing there, Nathaniel Phillips who plays there, which we've currently still got in the save. But not really, excuse me, a top-end player like a Virgil van Dijk to slot in for when Virgil van Dijk is out. And the 3 players we're currently linked with is Napoli's Koulibaly, RB Leipzig's Upamecano, and Inter Milan's, and this is the one that I just mentioned before, only a few hours ago we've been linked with, Inter Milan's Milan Skriniar, if that's how you pronounce it. Now, I'm thinking I'm pronouncing that wrong, because I'm thinking if the K is silent, is it more Skriniar or Skriniar? I'm going to go with Skriniar. I could be pronouncing that wrong, and apologies if I am, but if you guys want to let me know how to spell it or sound it out in the comment section, spell it out for me and I'll pronounce it right from now on. But they're the 3 options we've got: Koulibaly, Upamecano, and Skriniar. I feel like I'm definitely saying his name wrong, but it is what it is. And then, of course, the 4th option of don't sign a centre-back. I understand if you guys don't want me to sign a centre-back because we have Virgil van Dijk and Gomez both fully fit. Unless we picked up an injury, that's how I've always looked at it. If we suffered a real bad injury to like Bobby Firmino, I would potentially look at bringing in another striker to help out Patson Daka and Minamino. But we converted Minamino to a centre-forward, so it doesn't really matter too much there. But more in positions where we don't have the depth, we don't have the squad depth, we don't have it bulked out enough. And at centre-back, Liverpool don't have that, which is why the board have give Klopp the green light to go and sign a centre-back if he wants one. And these are the 3 currently linked: Koulibaly, Upamecano, Skriniar. So if you guys want to go down below right now on the straw poll and vote to see if you would like me to bring in one of those 3 centre-backs, or whether you would like me to not sign a centre-back and just continue with the team we have. Enough talking about transfers, enough talking about what the board expect from us and the objectives. I thought I'd bring that up though, because someone did leave a comment asking me to look over it and see what we can do. I think we're on track to get a few ticked this season, but I don't think we're going to get them all ticked. But up next, we take on the Red Devils again. In the last 3 episodes, we have played Manchester United. And in the next episode, we're playing them again. We've played them in 4 episodes on the bounce. Our team here looking a lot fitter than what Manchester United are. Now, bear in mind, we only played them 2 days ago, and the team looks exactly the same, other than Van der Beek in the midfield and Arias at right back. They were playing Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Other than that, everything looks spot on. I think Van der Beek's coming for Paul Pogba, but we bossed Paul Pogba, we bossed Gerrard Piqué, Maguire, De Gea. We absolutely bossed it. But you can also see our lineup. Yes, the likes of Firmino, Salah, Gini, Fabinho, Gomez, not going into this 100% fit, but we'll see at half-time who's more of a 70-80% fitness, and we'll look at rotating the team the best we can to keep everyone nice and fit. But we are going with Sadio Mane out on the left wing, Bobby Firmino, striker, Salah out on the right wing, Gini Wijnaldum wearing the captain's armband, linking up with Naby Keita in the central midfield. Or a little deeper, we've got Fabinho in the central defensive midfield, and then Robertson, Van Dijk, Gomez and Trent at the back with Alisson between the sticks. Let's get into this game at Anfield against Manchester United. We beat them in the last episode 5-1. The episode before that, we lost 2-1. It's 1 apiece here. So let's make this count. And let's make it 2 victories to us and only 1 to Manchester United. Come on, Redmen. We're coming off the back end of a 5-1 victory over Ollie's team. We took the wheels and ripped them off the vehicle that Ollie is currently building and driving at Manchester United in real life. He's currently the best odds manager to be sacked next. And Mauricio Pochettino to come in at Manchester United ahead of him. Fernando Torres there over the Kop, and it is going to be Bobby Firmino to get us kicked off in this first half period. Let's get it underway, and lads, last time we beat them 5-1, can we do the same? But this time, I'd like a clean sheet. Through there now to Trent. Mo Salah on the inside, it's beautiful. Mo Salah is going to be inside. Ball in, looking for Bobby Firmino, it's 1-0. Oh, it's Virgil van Dijk, sorry. Why I thought that was Bobby Firmino, probably because he's the man normally in the middle of the pitch. It's actually the big number 4 Virgil van Dijk. Why he was that far up the pitch, I'm not sure. He's hanging around at the striker. At the striker position, and Virgil van Dijk scores his first goal for Liverpool since I have taken over. It's from a header as well. We can never score with him from corners. But it's a lovely weighted ball in there from Mo Salah. Van Dijk climbs above the defenders and nods that past David De Gea. Van Dijk, I'm not sure why you were that high up the pitch. It's your first Premier League goal. Celebrate it because you've scored it against Manchester United. And congratulations, Virgil. That was a cracking goal. Robertson, let's move there, Gini. Let's move. Good lad, drop that shoulder. Let's go there, Mane. I've got you in behind, son. Let's go, Mane. It's beautiful. Sadio Mane through and go. Get a dink. We're looking for Mo Salah. Should have hit it. Should have hit that ball. There's Bruno Fernandes. Still Bruno Fernandes. I've had to pull Robertson out of position. Van der Beek's there and Gomez slides in with an outstep. Oh, he's down saying he's hurt there. I slid in. I didn't get him, I don't believe. I just blocked the ball, but as he then stood on Gomez and fell awkwardly, that was an incredible block by Gomez and an incredibly timed tackle. And as McTominay puts one towards goal, it does go wide the goal. Alisson watches it every day of the week. And the referee does play for half-time at Anfield. Yes, it's only 1-0. We've probably had 2 or 3 decent chances. Manchester City currently 1-0 up against West Ham. Keep an eye on their game, of course, because they are currently 3 points ahead of us. And if they drop any points when we play United and we play Leeds, they drop any points in their 2 games, we potentially look to capitalise on it, close the gap, and then when we play them, we can potentially push that gap on. But we've come in at 1-0, we've defended well, we've worked hard, we've worked the ball nicely. Yes, United have had more of the ball, as they do get us kicked off in the second half period. But we've been the team in control, and the team with the current lead. Through now to Bobby, and Bobby is going to ping one over that far side to get Mane in behind Arias if we can. Here comes Mane. Pull it away, Mane, pull it away. Well done. Go on the inside. Find the right pass here, lads. Come on, find the right pass. There's Mo Salah now coming forwards. Mo Salah thinks we're in, looking for Gini in the middle, and Piqué is going to get there and head that one out for a Liverpool corner. Virgil van Dijk scored earlier on with a header. Can he score again? Virgil van Dijk, right place, right time. Yes, he can! Virgil van Dijk Bags of brace. He hasn't scored all season. And he's got 2 against Manchester United. It's a great ball in there from Sadio Mane. It's a beautiful ball on a plate to Virgil van Dijk. He heads it straight at David De Gea, who surprisingly doesn't get a hand to it. I'm sure it hits him in the face and ends up in the back of the net. But Virgil van Dijk with a bullet header hitting David De Gea in the face. Oh, we'll take that, ladies and gentlemen. And Virgil van Dijk doubles his Premier League goals in 1 game. Well done, Virg. Oh, let's go Fab. Let's go Fab. Oh, we've lost it. We've lost it. That's going to be a problem. Let's go Gomez. Here's Pizzi. Let's go Robertson. Let's go Gomez. Ball across. Let's go Alisson. Oh, my word. Rashford should be putting that in the back of the net. Is it a save from Alisson? It is a save from Alisson, but it was certainly not going in the back of the net. That's incredible, Alisson. Well done. Manchester United put a dangerous ball across the face of goal there. Let's get rid of it. Bobby Pogba's in. Alisson once again. Bobby going to play that across now for Gini. It's beautiful. Gini to Naby to Mo Salah. Mo Salah looks to win. Bobby's going to be there to finish up. And Bobby's going to make it 3-0. It's offside though. Oh, that's unlucky. That is unlucky. 3-0 there. Into Mo. I won the goal on my left foot, but Mo went with his right foot. Oh, it is tight. It is tight. Bobby Firmino unlucky. Win that, Dennis. Well done. Here's Keita. Through now to Patson Daka, who drops that shoulder. Let's go, Mane. Feed that in behind for Mane. That's a beautiful ball. Mane going to be there. Patson Daka, I've got shot towards the back post. Patson Daka's going to get there and score a header. That is 3 headers against United. They cannot handle us in the air. And I tell you what, Patson Daka, he's been on the pitch for 60 seconds. It's a great ball in from Sadio Mane. You can see the run. He runs away from Maguire. Pulls PK out of position, gets in behind PK and heads it past David De Gea. That is a lovely striker's goal there, and it gives us the 3-0 lead in the 76th. Let's go, Saar. I've got you. Saar going to get in behind. It's beautiful. I've got Patson Daka once again in the middle. I'm going to go to Sadio Mane instead. He's going to drop it. Sadio Mane, and it's a great block this time round from Harry Maguire. Why is my manager in a Liverpool kit? I know I'm in a Liverpool kit. But why is he on the sideline in a full Liverpool kit and shorts? I'm tucked in. He's number 99. If Virgil van Dijk could get a hat-trick of headers. Virgil van Dijk's there. Oh, it's off the crossbar. Oh, and he's nearly got his hat-trick. But he's denied by the bar. Not the best of balls there. Bruno Fernandes trying to come forwards now. I'm going to take that off him with Gini. Gini going to ping this over now. We're going to go straight through there to Ismaila Sarr. Ismaila Sarr with a bit of space. Ismaila Sarr! Boom! Ismaila Sarr makes it 4. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And I'll tell you what, if this stays 4-0, this episode will be called FOUR-TRESS. Anfield FOUR-TRESS. As in fortress, but I'm going to put the number 4 instead. Ismaila Sarr driving that nice and low, nice and hard into the roof, into the side net, and we take the lead by 4 goals. Job done. We overtake Manchester United in the league. We're back into second. Maguire down. Pizzi down with him, supporting him. Paul Pogba congratulating Gini. And Mo Salah. We absolutely romped it. Virgil van Dijk scoring his first and his second goal for Liverpool in 1 game. Virgil van Dijk, with no game face, does pick up man of the match with a 9.6 rating. We had 8 shots, 7 on target. Very consistent there. United having 7 shots, only 3 on target. And we get ready for the game up next, away from home, against the newly promoted Leeds United. And up next, we take on the newly promoted Leeds United, and an important one because we're away from home. And if we can keep a clean sheet, we will have completed another board objective. We needed 7 away from home clean sheets in the Premier League. If we get a clean sheet against Leeds, that will be our 7th clean sheet, and I'll be very happy to be ticking off another objective that has been set from the board. Just looking there, top deals. Valverde going from Real Madrid to PSG for 95.6. Telles going from Porto to Barcelona for 72. And Davies going from Bayern Munich to Real Madrid for 71.9. Wow. Wow, that is a lot of money. But our focus It's all on this game against Leeds. And looking at their team, well, they're not looking in the best shape, are they, realistically? There's a lot of players that aren't fit coming into this game. If we can run them wild, get them running all over the pitch, chasing the ball, we should tire them out and hopefully be able to get the win in this simulated game in today's episode against Leeds. But you can now see the lineup that we are putting out. We've gone with Sadio Mane out on the left wing, Bobby Firmino at striker, Salah out on the right wing, Gino Wijnaldum with the captain's armband, linking up with Naby Keita in the central midfield roles. A little deeper, we've got Fabinho in the central defensive midfield, and then Robertson, Van Dijk, Gomez and Trent at the back with Alisson between the sticks. Let's get into this game against Leeds United and just hope we can keep a clean sheet. And most importantly, get the 3 points and do it in style. 4-0 and a clean sheet. 4 goals. I would take that every day of the week, but it is going to be Leeds United to get us kicked off in this first half period. Here's the throw-in. Mo Salah cuts back into Fabinho. Fabinho should have looked for Naby Keita on the edge of the box there. Gomez takes it off him into Bobby Firmino. It's 1-0. Thanks to Roberto Firmino. He's on fire. I think he potentially is going to get the golden boot this season. He's absolutely cruising it. Well done, Bobby Firmino, giving us the lead in the 16th minute. Shot's going to be put in. They're going to try and put it back into the box. All the way back now. Come on, Bobby. Get to half-time. No! Bamford makes it 1-1. Fair enough, Patrick Bamford. We're not going to get that 7th clean sheet against Leeds. And we play Manchester City at home, but it's right before half-time. As Robertson plays it to Fabinho. Fabinho going to look back to go to Gomez. And as the ball's played up the pitch towards Naby Keita, the referee blows his whistle. And we are going in 1-1 level with Leeds United, who have had 80% of the ball. We started really positive. We were getting in behind. But then for the last 20 minutes in-game time, they had us boxed in our own box. We couldn't get the ball off them. And we just struggled to win the ball and break them down. I'm hoping this is where our fitness and me playing a much fitter team than what Leeds have put out is going to help us in the second half. As we do resume, the fitness is a lot better in our eyes. So hopefully we can start to now battle them when it comes to fitness. Well done. Let's move now. Let's move. Here's Patson Daka. Let's go Naby Keita. There's Trent making the overlap. Trent coming forward. Plays it back into Mo Salah, who should finish. And unfortunately hasn't. We've got a corner. Come on, Mo. Put a good ball in. Patson Daka's there. The ball's going to be cleared away. Keep it here, lads. Come on. We're in a bit of trouble here. Come on, lads. We've got to push forwards here now. Come on. Really push forwards. Let's go for it now. Ball over the top, looking for Genie. Genie's there. Ball in. Patson Daka's there to give us the lead. Let's go back to defensive. Go back to defensive. I pushed it to ultra attacking. We're going straight back to defensive. I needed the 3 points. We've got 4 minutes to hang on. We must hang on here. Come on, lads. Just win the ball back. Just get the ball out and hoof it. Get the ball out and hoof it. Ref, come on. That's been an extra minute. Yes! Yes! Not the best of games from us at all. We only had 31% of the ball. Leeds obviously come out with the game plan with them being so tired and fatigued. Let's keep the ball and don't let Liverpool run us ragged. And they did very well to do that. They did hold the ball nicely. We didn't get opportunities to try and break them down. I made the changes in the 68th to bring Zakaria on for Fabinho, Daka for Bobby, and Diego Jota for Mane. And it is Patson Daka in the 86th minute who is becoming an incredible Liverpool player. And I want to thank you guys for that because, of course, you all voted on a straw poll as to who we should sign. Mbappe was the man that won. We couldn't sign him anyway because of funds. Second was Patson Daka. We've brought Patson Daka, and to be honest, he's outstanding. He's a great option to have behind Bobby Firmino, linking up and rotating with Minamino. He's a real good player to have. We bring him on, and he finds that late goal for us. We do manage to bag the 3 points against Leeds United. Let's hope now Manchester City drop some points. It's the big game of today's episode. There is still 3 points between us and Manchester City. A 3 or 4-0 here will put us joint on points, and hopefully, thanks to goal difference, put us top, and deservedly top of the Premier League. It's such a shame that EA released an update, and for episode 11, it ruined it, and it picked up those 2 losses against Spurs and Manchester United, because right now we'd still be cruising on top, absolutely flying, playing United, playing City, and growing that gap even bigger. Unfortunately, it's football, wasn't meant to happen. An update came out. We struggled, but now is our time to shine. Now is our time to claw back and close that gap between us and Pep Guardiola's Manchester City. And I am very, very excited for this game. Me wanting the win doesn't guarantee us the win. You look at, they've got Sterling, Aguero, Silva, De Bruyne, Gundogan, Rodri, Mendy, Diaz, Laporte, Roberto and Ederson between the sticks. It's an incredible lineup that Pep Guardiola has got to put out. But let's not take anything away from our lineup. Is just as good, if not better. We've got Sadio Mane out on the left wing, Bobby Firmino at striker, Salah out on the right wing, Gino Wijnaldum with the captain's armband linking up with Thiago in the central midfield roles. A little deeper, we've got Fabinho in the central defensive midfield, and then Robertson, Van Dijk, Gomez and Trent at the back with Alisson between the sticks. This is going to be the clash of titans. I know Pep Guardiola is going to put this team out and want to go for this. And I have put this team out because I want to go for it. The 3 points for either side here is going to be huge. This could be make or break for who wins the Premier League in Season 1. City win it, they're 6 points ahead. If they don't drop any points, I'm never going to close that gap. We take the 3 points and close the gap to no points. It could come down at the end of the season to goal difference, which would be huge. Bobby Firmino right now is smashing it. He's the top Premier League scorer. I'm hoping he can get a couple of goals and put a few past Ederson between the sticks. Come on, Reds. I mean, this is already a great game for the fans of football. If you're a City fan, if you're a Liverpool fan, this is a huge game. But myself versus Pep Guardiola, the rivalry is real. The rivalry is real. Pep Guardiola will be in the WhatsApp later. Give me it all if he manages to beat us at Anfield. But we are not going to let that happen. The huge picture of Stevie G over the Kop looks beautiful. Manchester City have travelled to Liverpool and we will be looking to send them home with no points as Bobby Firmino is the man to get us kicked off in his first half. Lads, let's do it for the fans. Let's do it for these guys at home. Let's get a win over Manchester City. And I've got Bobby through the middle there in so much space. Mane, I need to stay on side. I'm going to miss Mane. In fact, I'm now going to go to Mane. I thought I was actually going to miss him. Mane in behind. It's a great strike. Fabinho's there. I tried to hit it first time with Fabinho. It's a great save there from Ederson. Thiago trying to move. Let's go in to Thiago. Then Bobby, I need to make that run for me now, son. I've now got Genie making runs out wide. I've got Mo Salah who's one to get in behind. Mo Salah has got in behind. Mo Salah! Mo Salah! Mo Salah! Running down the wing. On Egyptian King. As he gets down to pray and kiss the grass of Anfield. Oh, well done, Genie, who just put a lovely ball in behind Mendy. Mendy's got his back to Mo Salah. He can't see what Mo's doing. Mo makes a run in behind him. He then manages to get on the better side of Mendy to keep him on that stronger left foot. And bend it. Away from Mo Salah. 9 goals in the Premier League. And we take the lead around half-time. And as Aguero kicks off, the referee blows his half-time whistle. You know what? Solid performance there. Solid first half. If I had just watched that on TV, I'd be tweeting out right now, which, guys, if you don't follow me on Twitter, it's down below in the description. Don't follow me on Instagram, down below in the description. But if I was watching that game right now, I'd be on Twitter saying, do you know what? That was a solid half there. Really impressive how the Reds played. Arsenal 2-1 down at the moment to Fulham. Manchester United 2-1 down to Leicester. That is great news for us if Manchester United and City drop points. We'll start to build this gap even bigger. I think fitness is really going to affect Pep Guardiola's team now as Aguero does get them kicked off. They weren't fully fit, a few of them coming into this game. And I think we've had them running from left to right, controlled the game nicely. And I think fitness is going to be a massive thing for us in this second half. Ball through now, looking for Sergio Gomez. We're going to come away with that ball. Let's move in, our lads. Let's go, Genie, feed that through. Bobby, first time to Mane. It's beautiful. Mane going to try and get it behind. I've got Mo Salah coming in at the back post. Mo Salah's going to get there. He's going to head home for his brace. From absolutely nothing. Mo Salah is going to come in at that back post once again. Behind Benjamin Mendy, so he can't see where he's coming. He keeps turning, he's watching him, He turns on the jet, he gets away from Benjamin Mendy, and he doesn't have to even jump for that ball. It's a beautiful ball on a plate from Sadio Mane, and I think with Mo Salah scoring that goal in the 71st, now we will look at making a couple of changes. Thiago going to make his way to the bench for Naby Keita. I'm going to go Ismail Sarr. No, I'm going to go Diego Jota for Mane because Salah's still on for his hat-trick here. We'll leave it how it is right now. I may potentially bring Ismaila Sarr on for Mo Salah in another 5-10 minutes. Give Mo Salah a chance to potentially get his hat-trick here. I've got to be fair to him. Is De Bruyne. They're passing nicely, but they're not being able to do anything with it. We're not letting them. As Mendy's now going to dip in there. Gomez is going to have to get there. Let's go, Alisson. Well done. Well done, Alisson. Let's go, Mo. Go to Mo now. Go to Mo. Yes, we've got it through to Mo. And Mo is going to be on for his hat-trick. It's come from nothing once again. Mo Salah on for his hat-trick. Mo Salah. Yes, he's going to get it in the 80th.
Now he has his hat-trick. A special moment for him.
Well done, Mo. Well done as he celebrates with his two teammates up top with him, Mane and Bobby. De Bruyne. There we go. No, no, no. Pep Guardiola, you're not even going to get another chance at our goal. Mo Salah there in the red and white Nike trackie, picking up his match ball. 3 attempts and all 3 in the back of the net. He was sharp today, Mo Salah. Look at this one. He puts his hand up, says, put it in here. Put it in here, Genie. I'm raring to go. We put it in there. And he goes on to finish. Mo Salah with all 3 goals. And they are the only 3 highlights coming out of this game from Manchester City. To be honest, other than the 3 goals that Mo scored and one other shot I had on target, you guys won't have actually had any more highlights. It wouldn't have been too much of a... Well, you wouldn't think it was too much of an interesting game. We only have 30% of the ball. But you know what? We let City have it. They played it around at the back a lot. And that's what I think we're starting to do at the moment. We're controlling games where we're forcing the opposition to play it around at the back because they can't come forwards. And I like this style of play. 4 shots, 4 on target. 3 of them in the back of the net. Mo Salah picks up man of the match with a 10.0. And we have just beat Manchester City, who we're top of the league, now joint top of the league. And we do it in absolute class. We keep a clean sheet as well. Pep, I'll be WhatsApping you later, son. Yes, yes. Yes, what an episode. We're back at the Central for the final time in today's episode. I've advanced all the way to the next game, which is going to be against Huddersfield in the Emirates FA Cup Round 4. We're going to head over now to the calendar to see the games in the next episode to work out which ones we're going to simulate and which one we're going to simulate and which 2 we're going to play. Looking at it so far, we've got Manchester United away from home in the Cup. We beat them first time round 3 weeks ago, 5-1. So I'm actually going to simulate that game against Manchester United. We've got the game against Huddersfield in the FA Cup where I'm going to play it, put out the kids, rotate a team, bring fitness up, bring sharpness up, put out a team that I wouldn't usually put out in the Premier League or the Champions League. We'll simulate the game against Manchester United because we're 5-1 up from the first leg. And then we'll play the game against Wolves. There's a straw poll down below where I'm asking you guys, should we sign a centre-back? There is 4 options. There is 3 centre-backs that we have added to the transfer shortlist, and another option of don't sign one. It's going to be in the description and the comment section of this video, and then I've worked out that in the next episode I can have it still going. I can have this straw poll going for 2 episodes because after we finish the game against Wolves, we will then simulate to the 31st, and we'll stop there. And then at the start, so this is going to be episode 13. The next episode's 14. So at the start of episode 15, we can close the January transfer window. And at least then you guys have had 2 episodes to make sure you've got your vote in on the straw poll as to whether we should sign a new centre-back or not. And if you want us to sign a new centre-back, who that centre-back may be. We've got Koulibaly, Upamecano, and of course Skimrar. You guys have to be voting on that. So you can vote in this episode and you'll be able to vote again in the next episode. But just get your vote in nice and early. Another great episode. Really enjoyed today's episode. Episode 11 was horrible, but since then we've had episode 12. This was episode 13. We're absolutely banging it right now. And I'm really enjoying playing FIFA again, which I am very happy about. Just they need to fix a few things like the player faces and the way that my manager's wearing a kit on the sidelines. And when I go into a transfer, he's some bold manager in like a legendary kit. I don't really know what's going on there, but EA, you certainly need to look at these things. But that is going to do it for today's episode, guys. If you have enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Make sure you click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Drop a comment down below. Don't forget to ding dong that bell. And I've been MassiveBrad. Peace out.